Welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down the top 6 rare Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coins that are worth thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Some of these incredible pennies have sold for amazing prices at auction because of rare mint errors, unique varieties, and exceptional condition. Before you spend your spare change, watch this video to learn which Lincoln Memorial pennies every collector should be searching for. Let's get started. First up, the 1962 Lincoln Memorial cent, including its history, unique features, rarity, grading, and the market values that continue to excite collectors across the United States and around the world. The Lincoln cent has been one of America's most recognizable coins since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first regular U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. In 1959, the reverse design changed from the famous wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1962, the Lincoln Memorial design had become familiar to millions of Americans. The Denver Mint struck an enormous number of pennies that year, ensuring they circulated throughout the nation for everyday commerce. Every 1962 penny carries a small D mint mark below the date, identifying it as a product of the United States Mint facility in Denver, Colorado. During 1962, the Denver Mint produced well over 1 billion Lincoln cents to satisfy the country's growing economic demand. Because of this huge production, ordinary circulated examples are extremely common. However, collectors understand that not every coin from a large mintage is identical. Some display superior strikes, attractive luster, unusual die varieties, or rare minting mistakes that dramatically increase collector demand and value. The 1962 Lincoln Memorial cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing approximately 3.11 grams and measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln facing right with the inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial with United States of America, 1 cent, and EPLURBUSUNUM. Looking carefully, collectors can even see a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the memorial between the central columns, a remarkable design achievement considering the coin's small size. Although millions exist, certain characteristics separate an ordinary 1962 penny from a valuable collectible. Strong details in Lincoln's hair, crisp lettering, bright original mint luster, rich red copper color, and sharply defined memorial columns all increase desirability. Coins with original surfaces that have never been cleaned or damaged command much stronger prices. Collectors especially value examples that retain their original brilliant red appearance decades after leaving the mint. Condition is the single biggest factor affecting value. Most 1962 pennies circulated heavily and now display scratches, dull color, worn details, and discoloration. Such coins generally remain worth only a few cents above face value. However, examples preserved in mint condition without circulation, where especially those graded MS65, MS66, MS67 or higher by professional grading services, are far scarcer. High-grade examples become increasingly difficult to locate because very few escaped circulation in perfect condition. Collectors pay enormous premiums for genuine mint errors. These include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, double dies, repunched mint marks on earlier issues, and dramatic striking mistakes. Although major errors on 1962 pennies are uncommon, authenticated examples can be worth hundreds or even several $1,000s, depending on the rarity and visibility of the error. Error collectors actively compete for unusual pieces because every mint mistake is unique. Many people assume age alone creates value, but rarity, demand, originality, and condition matter far more. A worn 1962 penny usually has little premium. In contrast, a perfectly preserved coin with blazing original red color, exceptional strike quality, or a dramatic mint error can attract intense bidding at auctions. Professional certification from grading companies further increases buyer confidence and often leads to significantly higher selling prices. Today's market reflects a wide range of prices. A typical circulated 1962 penny generally sells for only a few cents. Attractive uncirculated red examples may sell for $5 to $25, while premium mint state coins graded MS66 red often reach $40 to $100. Coins graded MS67 red may bring $200 to over $700, depending on eye appeal and certification. Exceptional top population examples graded MS67 plus red or finer, when available, have sold for well over $1,000, especially in competitive auctions where collectors seek the finest known examples. Copper coins gradually darken through oxidation. Because of this natural process, grading services classify copper cents as brown BN, red-brown RB, or red RD. Full red examples retain nearly all of their original mint color and are considerably scarcer after more than 60 years. The brightest red specimens often command the highest prices because collectors prize their fresh appearance and originality. Even two coins with identical numerical grades may have dramatically different values depending on their color designation. Before assuming a valuable discovery, collectors should have potentially valuable coins authenticated and graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC. Professional grading verifies authenticity, detects cleaning or alterations, assigns an official condition grade, and places the coin in a secure holder. Certified coins are generally easier to sell and often command stronger prices because buyers trust the independent evaluation. Many valuable Lincoln cents have been discovered in old collections, inherited coin albums, estate sales, bank rolls, and forgotten jars of loose change. When examining a 1962D penny, use good lighting and a magnifying glass. Look for original red color, strong details, unusual doubling, striking errors, and surfaces free from heavy scratches or corrosion. Never clean an old coin because cleaning usually reduces collector value significantly. The strongest prices for the 1962D Lincoln Memorial cent typically occur at major coin auctions featuring certified high-grade examples. Registry set collectors compete fiercely for the finest known coins, sometimes pushing prices into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These record-breaking sales usually involve exceptionally rare condition rarities rather than ordinary circulated pennies. As demand for top-quality Lincoln cents remains steady, premium examples continue to attract serious numismatists. If you own a worn 1962D penny, it is likely best appreciated as a historical keepsake. However, if your coin appears brilliant, sharply struck, and nearly flawless, or if it displays an obvious mint error, it may deserve professional evaluation before selling. The difference between an ordinary circulated coin and an elite mint state specimen can mean the difference between a value of only a few cents and a price reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Proper storage in a protective holder also helps preserve its condition for future generations. The 1962D Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin reminds us that extraordinary treasures can sometimes hide in the most ordinary places. Although most examples remain common and inexpensive, a select group featuring exceptional preservation, original red surfaces, or rare mint errors have become highly sought-after collectibles with impressive market values. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or simply searching through family coin collections, every 1962D penny deserves a careful look. That tiny copper coin carrying the Denver D mint mark could be an overlooked collectible worth far more than its face value, and perhaps even the next exciting discovery in the fascinating world of American coin collecting. Next up, the 1965 Lincoln Memorial penny. Explain why it has no mint mark, examine its unique features, discuss how rough condition affects value, and reveal which rare varieties have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person instead of the symbolic Liberty figure. In 1959, the reverse design changed from the famous wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1965, the Lincoln Memorial cent had become one of America's most recognized coins, circulating in billions across the country. The 1965 penny represents an important era in American coinage because it was produced during a nationwide coin shortage that led the U.S. Mint to make several temporary production changes. One of the most common questions collectors ask is why the 1965 Lincoln Memorial penny has no mint mark. The answer lies in U.S. mint policy during the coin shortage of the mid-1960s. Between 1965 and 1967, the Mint intentionally removed mint marks from circulating coins to discourage collectors from hoarding newly minted coins. Therefore, every regular 1965 Lincoln cent was struck without a mint mark, regardless of whether it was produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. This means that the absence of a mint mark alone does not make a 1965 penny rare. The 1965 Lincoln Memorial cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial created by Frank Gasparo. If examined carefully, Lincoln's statue can even be seen between the memorial's columns, making it one of the smallest detailed designs ever placed on a U.S. coin. Collectors admire the 1965 Lincoln Memorial cent for several unique design details. The sharp portrait of Lincoln, the detailed memorial building, the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date all contribute to its historical significance. Because billions were produced, collectors focus on coins showing unusually strong strikes, beautiful red copper color, double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or other minting errors. These unusual features are what truly separate ordinary pennies from valuable collector coins. Many people believe every old penny is valuable, but condition plays a major role. A 1965 Lincoln cent in rough condition, with heavy scratches, corrosion, worn surfaces, or environmental damage, is generally worth only its face value or a few cents because so many examples survive. However, if a rough-looking coin also displays a significant mint error, a doubled die, or another rare variety, collectors may still pay much more depending on the rarity and visibility of the error. The true treasures among 1965 Lincoln cents are the rare mint error examples. Coins struck off-center, on the wrong planchet, with dramatic die breaks, broad strikes, or doubled dies can attract intense interest from collectors. Some error coins have sold for hundreds of dollars, while spectacular examples authenticated by professional grading services have reached into the thousands. These valuable pieces are extremely uncommon, making careful inspection essential before spending an old penny. For most collectors, a normal circulated 1965 Lincoln Memorial penny, without a mint mark, is worth approximately 1 cent to a few cents. Attractive uncirculated examples with original red surfaces may sell for several dollars, while certified high-grade specimens can bring significantly higher prices. Genuine mint error coins may range from around $100 to over $1,000, depending on the type of error, rarity, and overall condition. Exceptional certified error coins with dramatic minting mistakes have realized several $1,000s at major coin auctions. The biggest factor is rarity. A common circulated penny is plentiful, but a coin with a major doubled die, wrong metal composition, dramatic off-center strike, or another authenticated mint error becomes far more desirable. Professional grading also matters. Coins certified by grading companies such as PCGS or NGC often command higher prices because collectors trust their authenticity and assigned grade. Provenance and auction demand can further increase values for exceptional pieces. Begin by checking the date and confirming it is 1965. Since all regular coins lack a mint mark, focus on unusual characteristics instead. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering, date, Lincoln's portrait, and the memorial for doubling or other abnormalities. Weigh the coin using a precise digital scale. Compare it with known error varieties and avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can significantly reduce collector value. Over the years, ordinary circulated 1965 pennies have remained inexpensive, but certified mint error examples have achieved impressive auction prices. Broad strike errors, major off-center strikes, and wrong planchet errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and certification. These sales demonstrate that collectors pay premium prices for genuine mint mistakes rather than ordinary circulation wear. If you discover a 1965 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, it is certainly worth examining carefully before spending it. Although most examples are common, the possibility of finding a genuine mint error makes inspection worthwhile. If your coin appears unusual, consider having it authenticated by a reputable grading service. Even if it turns out to be a normal example, it remains an interesting piece of American history from an important period in U.S. coin production. New collectors should remember that age alone does not determine value. Many old coins are common, while some modern coins are extremely rare because of minting errors. Learning to identify doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, repunched elements, and planchet errors is one of the best ways to recognize potentially valuable coins. Patience, research, and careful observation are essential skills for every coin collector. The 1965 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark tells the story of a unique chapter in United States mint history. Its lack of a mint mark reflects the government's response to a national coin shortage rather than exceptional rarity. Nevertheless, certain rare era varieties and superbly preserved examples have become highly desirable collector pieces. While a rough condition coin is usually worth only a few cents, authenticated era coins can be worth hundreds, or, in exceptional cases, thousands of dollars. Next up, the most searched American coins among collectors, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent with no mint mark. Many people discover this penny in old jars, piggy banks, inherited collections, or pocket change, and immediately wonder if it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The answer is both exciting and surprising. While most 1966 pennies are common circulation coins worth only a few cents, certain rare examples with exceptional preservation, unusual minting errors, or extraordinary eye appeal have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. In today's video, we'll explore the complete history, unique characteristics, grading standards, valuable errors, and current market prices, so you'll know exactly what to look for before spending or selling your coin. The 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent was produced during an important period in American coinage. The United States was experiencing a nationwide coin shortage, causing the U.S. Mint to increase production dramatically. To discourage collectors from hoarding newly issued coins, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all circulating coins between 1965 and 1967. This means that every regular 1966 Lincoln cent was struck without a mint mark, regardless of where it was produced. The coin continued the Lincoln Memorial reverse design that had first appeared in 1959 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 150th birthday. By 1966, billions of Lincoln cents had entered circulation, making the date common, yet certain high-grade survivors have become highly desirable today. The front of the 1966 penny features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the national motto, "In God We Trust." The word liberty is positioned to the left, while the date 1966 is found on the right side. Since mint marks were intentionally omitted in 1966, there is no letter beneath the date. This absence is completely normal and should never be mistaken for a rare missing mint mark error. Nevertheless, collectors closely inspect these coins because doubled dies, die cracks, and other minting abnormalities can significantly increase their value. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparo. With magnification, collectors can actually see a tiny representation of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the memorial, making this one of the few U.S. coins to depict the same historical figure on both sides. Around the rim appear United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and the denomination 1 cent. Sharp architectural details, complete columns, and strong lettering are essential features that distinguish premium condition coins from ordinary circulated examples. The 1966 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Because these coins were produced before the copper-plated zinc cents introduced in 1982, they contain a high percentage of copper, making them heavier and more attractive to many collectors. Authentic examples should have the proper weight, natural copper color, and original surfaces. Any unusual weight or incorrect appearance may indicate damage, alteration, or a counterfeit. More than 2 billion Lincoln cents dated 1966 were produced. Because of this enormous mintage, worn examples remain very common today. Most circulated coins are worth only 1 cent to a few cents, while attractive uncirculated pieces generally sell for a few dollars. However, rarity in coin collecting is often determined by condition rather than mintage. Finding a perfectly preserved 1966 cent with blazing original mint luster and no contact marks is extremely difficult, and those exceptional coins are the ones capable of commanding premium prices. Several characteristics can transform an ordinary 1966 penny into a highly valuable collectible. Collectors search for full original red color, strong strike quality, flawless surfaces, and beautiful mint luster. Valuable mint errors include doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, and coins struck on incorrect planchets. These unusual pieces are scarce because they escaped mint quality control and entered circulation, making them fascinating collectibles with strong market demand. A 1966 Lincoln cent graded fine, F-12, usually shows moderate wear across Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial while retaining clear lettering and recognizable design details. In today's market, a normal fine example without errors generally sells for approximately $0.05 to $0.50. Although these prices are modest, collectors still purchase attractive circulated examples to complete date and mint collections. Coins with pleasing color and minimal environmental damage may bring slightly higher prices. The real excitement begins with uncirculated coins. Mint state examples graded M-63 or M-64 often sell for several dollars, while premium gems graded M-65 or M-66 may reach tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on eye appeal. Extremely rare examples certified at M-67 red or higher by professional grading services have sold for hundreds, and in exceptional auction cases, well over $1,000. These record prices are reserved for virtually flawless coins with exceptional preservation and vibrant original red surfaces. Era coins represent the greatest opportunity for significant value. A dramatic doubled die can create doubled lettering visible under magnification. Off-center strikes showing a complete date are especially desirable. Broad strikes lacking a normal rim, clipped planchets missing part of the metal blank, die breaks producing raised lines, and wrong planchet strikes can all command prices ranging from $100 to several $1,000s, depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. Every unusual-looking 1966 cent deserves careful examination before being dismissed as ordinary. The 1966 Lincoln cent occupies a unique place in American numismatic history because it was produced during the temporary suspension of mint marks. It represents an important chapter in the mint's efforts to reduce coin hoarding during the national coin shortage. Collectors appreciate this historical significance, and the coin remains an affordable entry point for beginners while offering exciting possibilities for specialists searching for rare varieties and high-grade examples. Today's coin market values depend heavily on grade, originality, and certification. A circulated coin generally sells for only a few cents. Nice uncirculated red examples may range from $5 to $50. Certified gem-quality specimens often sell between $100 and $500. Exceptional registry-quality coins or major mint-era examples can exceed $1,000, with some extraordinary pieces bringing several $1,000s at major coin auctions. Therefore, condition is far more important than simply owning a 1966 penny without a mint mark. Before selling your coin, examine it carefully under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Look for original red copper color, sharp lettering, complete Lincoln Memorial details, unusual doubling, off-center strikes, or any other minting abnormalities. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning permanently damages the surface and can dramatically reduce collector value. If your coin appears unusually well preserved or displays a genuine mint era, professional authentication and grading can provide confidence for both buyers and sellers. Professional grading is recommended only if the coin appears to be in exceptional mint state condition or has a significant mint error. Third-party grading services evaluate authenticity, assign a numerical grade, and encapsulate the coin in a protective holder. Certified coins generally receive greater trust from collectors and often sell for substantially higher prices than uncertified examples. However, because grading fees can exceed the value of common coins, it's important to determine whether the coin has genuine premium potential before submitting it. The 1966 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark is one of America's most fascinating modern pennies. Although the vast majority are common circulation coins worth only a few cents, exceptional mint state examples and genuine mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Every old penny deserves a careful inspection because hidden treasures are sometimes found in ordinary pocket change. If you own a 1966 Lincoln cent, check its condition, inspect it closely for rare errors, and compare it with certified examples before deciding its true value. You may discover that what appears to be an ordinary penny is actually a remarkable collectible, with significant market demand. Next up, the 1967 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from the United States that has no mint mark and is in good condition. We'll uncover its fascinating history, explain its unique features, reveal which rare varieties are worth serious money, and discuss how certain examples have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Stay until the end because one small detail on your coin could make all the difference. The Lincoln cent has one of the richest histories in American coinage. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, it became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person. In 1959, the reverse design changed from the famous wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent belongs to this historic series and represents an important period in American numismatic history. Millions of these coins circulated through everyday commerce, making them familiar to generations of Americans. One of the most interesting facts about the 1967 Lincoln cent is that nearly every genuine example has no mint mark. Between 1965 and 1967, the United States Mint intentionally removed mint marks from circulating coins. This decision was made to discourage coin collecting and hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. As a result, pennies struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco during those years were released without mint marks. Therefore, finding a 1967 penny without a mint mark is completely normal and does not automatically make it rare. However, certain exceptional examples and error coins can be highly valuable. The obverse of the coin features Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" appear across the top, Liberty is positioned to the left, and the date 1967 appears to the right. On the reverse, you'll find Frank Gasparo's detailed Lincoln Memorial design. Between the columns of the memorial, careful observers can even see a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside, making this one of the most intricate designs ever placed on a 1-cent coin. Around the edges are the inscriptions United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. The 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Unlike modern copper-plated zinc cents introduced in 1982, the 1967 coin is made primarily of solid copper alloy. This gives the coin its distinctive reddish appearance when well preserved. Collectors often separate examples into red, red-brown, and brown color classifications, with bright red specimens generally commanding the highest prices. Although billions of 1967 pennies were produced, only a tiny percentage are considered valuable by collectors. The highest values are found in coins with outstanding preservation, original mint luster, dramatic mint errors, or certified high-grade condition. Coins that have never entered circulation and retain their original bright red color are especially desirable. Even more valuable are coins with doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or other significant minting errors. These special characteristics transform an ordinary penny into an exciting collectible. Mint errors are among the biggest reasons a 1967 Lincoln cent can sell for impressive amounts. Collectors actively search for double die errors, where letters or numbers appear doubled. Off-center strikes can also command strong premiums, especially when the date remains visible. Broad strikes, clipped planchets, die breaks, and strike-through errors are other collectible varieties. Because these mistakes occurred during the minting process, they are genuine production errors rather than post-mint damage. The rarer and more dramatic the error, the greater the potential value. In today's market, a circulated 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent in good condition is generally worth only a few cents to around $1 because of its large mintage. However, high-grade uncirculated examples certified by professional grading services can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars. Exceptional mint state red coins with outstanding eye appeal have sold for several $100s. Rare error coins or top population certified examples have achieved prices reaching into the thousands of dollars at major auctions. The combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand determines the final value. Professional grading plays a huge role in determining a coin's market value. Organizations such as PCGS and NGC carefully examine each coin for wear, strike quality, luster, color, and surface preservation. A coin graded M-65 red will usually be worth far more than one graded M-63 brown. Even tiny differences in condition can dramatically affect value. This is why experienced collectors often recommend having potentially valuable coins authenticated and graded before selling them. If you own a 1967 Lincoln Memorial penny, examine it carefully under strong lighting and magnification. Look for full original mint luster, sharp lettering, crisp details in Lincoln's hair and beard, and a bright red copper color. Inspect the date and inscriptions for doubling, check the edges for unusual clips, and look for die cracks or other mint-made anomalies. Also weigh the coin to ensure it matches the correct specifications. Any unusual feature should be evaluated by a reputable coin expert. Auction records show that ordinary circulated examples are common, but exceptional coins tell a different story. High-grade certified red examples have sold for hundreds of dollars because collectors compete fiercely for the finest known specimens. Genuine mint-era coins featuring dramatic production mistakes have achieved even higher prices, sometimes reaching well into the thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and demand. These sales demonstrate that while most 1967 pennies are common, extraordinary examples can become highly prized collectibles. Never clean your coin, even if it appears dirty or tarnished. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and significantly reduce its value. Store your coin in a protective holder to prevent scratches and environmental damage. If you believe your penny has an unusual error or exceptional condition, consult a professional coin dealer or submit it for certification. Proper preservation is essential for maintaining collector value. Collectors appreciate the 1967 Lincoln Memorial Cent because it represents a unique chapter in United States mint history when mint marks were temporarily removed from circulating coins. It also belongs to one of the most popular coin series in America. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to discover an overlooked high-grade example or a valuable mint error. The excitement of finding a rare variety in everyday pocket change continues to attract both beginners and experienced numismatists. The answer depends on several important factors. If your 1967 no-mint mark penny is heavily circulated, it is usually worth only face value or a small premium. However, if it is in exceptional mint state condition with brilliant original red color, or if it displays a rare and verified mint error, its value could increase dramatically. Some certified examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, while the rarest error coins and finest known specimens have reached prices in the thousands. Every coin deserves careful examination before being dismissed as ordinary. The 1967 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of American history. While most examples remain common, a select few stand out because of remarkable preservation, beautiful original color, or rare mint errors that make them highly desirable to collectors. The difference between an ordinary penny and a valuable collectible often comes down to tiny details that many people overlook. So before spending that old 1967 penny, inspect it closely. You might be holding a hidden treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars next up. The fascinating history, unique features, rarity, grading standards, and current market values of the 1968 Lincoln Memorial Cent. We'll also reveal why some examples sell for only a few cents, while others bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Stay until the end because one tiny detail on your coin could make an enormous difference in its value. The Lincoln Memorial Cent was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the wheat cent design that had been in circulation since 1909. The obverse continued to feature Victor David Brenner's famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displayed Frank Gasparo's impressive depiction of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. By 1968, the United States Mint had resumed placing mint marks on coins after temporarily removing them during the coin shortage of the mid-1960s. Philadelphia cents, however, continued without a mint mark, making the 1968 no-mint mark cent the standard Philadelphia issue. Millions were produced, but only a tiny percentage survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. The 1968 Lincoln Memorial Cent is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, giving it its distinctive reddish appearance. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. On the front appears Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1968 to the right. Since it was struck in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark beneath the date. On the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny seated Lincoln statue visible between the central columns under magnification. The inscriptions United States of America, EPLUIBUSUNUM, and 1 cent complete the reverse design. Condition is one of the biggest factors determining a coin's value. Most 1968 Philadelphia cents entered circulation immediately, where they collected scratches, stains, and wear over decades of use. However, coins that remained untouched in original mint rolls or carefully preserved collections often retain their original mint luster. Collectors refer to these as mint state or uncirculated coins. An uncirculated 1968 cent with brilliant red color is dramatically scarcer than circulated examples. Professional grading companies assign mint state grades from MS60 to MS70, and every increase in grade can multiply the coin's market value. Although the standard 1968 Philadelphia cent is common, several factors can transform one into a valuable collectible. Coins with full original red surfaces, razor-sharp strikes, and virtually no contact marks are highly desirable. Even more valuable are examples displaying dramatic mint errors, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, or other striking anomalies. Collectors are always searching for unusual varieties, because these pieces are significantly scarcer than normal production coins and often attract competitive bidding whenever they appear at auction. Copper coins are classified into 3 color categories by professional grading services: brown, red-brown, and red. Brown coins have lost most of their original mint color through oxidation, while red-brown coins retain a mixture of original brilliance and darker toning. The most valuable category is full red, meaning nearly all of the original bright copper color remains. A 1968 Philadelphia cent graded mint state red is much more desirable than a brown example of the same numerical grade. This single characteristic alone can increase the value by several times. Today's coin market shows a wide range of prices for the 1968 Philadelphia Lincoln Memorial cent. Circulated examples usually sell for only face value or a small premium. Uncirculated coins graded MS63 to MS65 red commonly sell for several dollars to several dozen dollars. Premium gems graded MS66 or MS67 red often reach values between $100 and several $100s. Exceptional MS67 Plus or MS68 red specimens with outstanding eye appeal have sold for well over $1,000, especially when certified by leading grading companies and offered through major auctions. Auction records demonstrate how condition influences value. While average uncirculated examples remain affordable, top population coins certified at the highest grades are extremely scarce. Collectors assembling registry sets compete aggressively for these finest-known specimens. In some auctions, superb certified 1968 Philadelphia cents have realized prices exceeding $1,000 because so few coins survive in nearly flawless condition. These remarkable results show that rarity is often determined by condition rather than mintage alone. Collectors pay substantial premiums for genuine mint errors on the 1968 Philadelphia cent. A doubled die can create noticeable doubling on the date or lettering. Off-center strikes leave part of the design missing while retaining the date. Clipped planchets produce coins with curved missing sections caused during blank production. Broad strikes occur when the retaining collar fails, allowing the coin to spread beyond its normal diameter. Depending on the type and severity of the error, values can range from hundreds to several $1,000s. Carefully examine your coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Confirm that the date reads 1968 and that there is no mint mark beneath the date, indicating the Philadelphia mint. Look for original bright red surfaces, strong luster, sharp details, and minimal scratches. Inspect the lettering and date for signs of doubling, and check both sides for unusual striking characteristics. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning permanently damages the surface and significantly reduces collector value. Professional certification is essential for valuable coins. Services such as PCGS and NGC authenticate the coin, assign an official grade, and encapsulate it in a protective holder. Buyers have greater confidence purchasing certified coins, especially those valued in the hundreds or thousands of dollars. High-grade certified examples consistently achieve stronger prices than raw coins because collectors trust the independent evaluation provided by these respected grading organizations. The 1968 Philadelphia Lincoln Memorial cent represents an important period in American numismatic history. It was produced shortly after the restoration of mint marks following the nationwide coin shortage. Collectors appreciate its historical significance, attractive copper composition, classic Lincoln design, and the challenge of locating flawless survivors. Registry set collectors especially compete for the highest certified grades, making premium examples increasingly desirable over time. Many valuable coins remain hidden in old piggy banks, inherited collections, estate boxes, and unopened bank rolls. Because millions of 1968 cents were saved by the public, outstanding examples occasionally appear unexpectedly. If you discover a brilliant red coin with exceptional preservation or unusual minting characteristics, it may deserve professional evaluation. A careful inspection could reveal a coin worth far more than its humble 1-cent face value. Although no coin is guaranteed to increase in value, high-grade Lincoln cents continue attracting collectors worldwide. Demand for top-quality certified copper coins has remained strong for decades, particularly for coins with exceptional eye appeal and low certified populations. Rare mint errors and finest-known examples often outperform ordinary coins because collectors compete intensely whenever these pieces become available. Quality, originality, and certification remain the keys to long-term desirability. The 1968 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark may appear ordinary, but its story proves that appearances can be deceiving. While most examples are worth only a small premium, pristine uncirculated full red coins, spectacular mint errors, and elite certified grades can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Before spending or overlooking any old penny, take a closer look. Examine the color, condition, strike quality, and possible mint errors. That forgotten coin sitting quietly in your collection could become one of your most exciting numismatic discoveries. Next up, the fascinating history of the 1972 Lincoln cent. Explain why it has no mint mark, discuss its unique features, identify the rare varieties collectors search for, explore grading and condition, and reveal today's market values. If you have a jar full of old pennies at home, don't skip this video because you might own a hidden treasure. The Lincoln cent has been an important part of American coinage since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. In 1959, the reverse design changed from the famous wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1972, the United States Mint had produced billions of Lincoln Memorial cents for circulation, and these coins became a familiar sight in every American pocket. Although they were made in enormous numbers, certain varieties, minting mistakes, and exceptionally preserved examples have become surprisingly valuable over time. Many collectors become confused when they see a 1972 penny without a mint mark. The truth is simple. A missing mint mark on a 1972 Lincoln cent does not mean the coin is an error. It simply indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During that period, Philadelphia cents normally did not carry a mint mark. Coins struck in Denver displayed the letter D, while San Francisco produced proof coins bearing the S mint mark. Therefore, a no mint mark 1972 penny is a regular Philadelphia issue. Even so, some Philadelphia coins possess rare varieties and outstanding quality that make them extremely desirable. The 1972 Lincoln Memorial cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it the rich reddish color collectors admire. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter with a plain edge. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1972. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, displays the Lincoln Memorial with the small image of Lincoln visible between the columns, a remarkable artistic detail that makes this design especially popular among collectors. Several characteristics distinguish the 1972 no mint mark penny. Collectors examine the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the lettering, the memorial columns, and the coin's original red copper color. A fully red coin with brilliant mint luster is significantly more valuable than one that has turned brown from circulation. Experts also inspect the strike quality, checking whether every design element appears crisp and complete. Coins showing exceptional detail, strong luster, and minimal contact marks command the highest premiums in today's collector market. The most famous and valuable variety of the 1972 Philadelphia penny is the doubled die obverse. This spectacular minting variety displays obvious doubling on the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1972. Unlike damage that occurs after a coin leaves the mint, this doubling happened during die production, making it a legitimate mint variety. Because the doubling is strong and easily visible, collectors eagerly search through old penny collections hoping to discover one. Authentic examples have become some of the most sought-after Lincoln cents of the modern era. Condition is often the biggest factor affecting value. A heavily worn coin that has circulated for decades may still be worth only 1 cent unless it is a rare variety. However, an uncirculated coin showing original mint luster with no wear can be worth many dollars. Coins certified in mint state grades such as M-65, M-66, M-67, or higher become increasingly scarce. The better the preservation, the more collectors are willing to pay. This explains why two coins with the same date can have dramatically different values. Today's market shows a wide range of values for the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln cent. Ordinary circulated examples generally trade for only face value or a small premium. Attractive uncirculated examples often sell for several dollars, up to several dozen dollars, depending on grade. High-grade certified coins can reach hundreds of dollars. The famous 1972 double-die obverse variety regularly sells for several $100s, while exceptional certified examples have realized prices exceeding $1,000. The rarest, finest-known pieces have even achieved several $1,000s at major coin auctions. Many viewers ask why one penny can be worth thousands, while another identical-looking penny is almost worthless. The answer lies in rarity, demand, authenticity, condition, and grading. Collectors compete fiercely for coins with rare die varieties, flawless surfaces, brilliant original color, and top certified grades. When only a handful of examples exist in superb condition, competitive bidding can drive prices into the thousands of dollars. This combination of rarity and collector demand creates extraordinary market values. If you own a 1972 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, examine it carefully under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, the word liberty, and the phrase "in God we trust." Strong, clear doubling may indicate the valuable double die variety. Also inspect the coin for original red color, sharp details, and minimal scratches or wear. Never clean the coin because cleaning can significantly reduce its value. If you believe you have an unusual example, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication. The Lincoln Cent series remains one of the most widely collected coin series in the world. Millions of collectors build complete date and mint collections, while specialists search for every known variety and error. Because the 1972 double die is one of the most famous modern varieties, demand remains consistently strong. Auction records continue to demonstrate that collectors are willing to pay premium prices for outstanding examples, especially those certified by leading grading companies. Although no coin should be purchased with guaranteed expectations of profit, high-quality collectible coins have historically attracted strong interest from investors and collectors alike. The 1972 no-mint mark penny, particularly the double die variety, continues to enjoy widespread popularity. As more collectors enter the hobby and high-grade examples become harder to find, premium quality coins may continue to appreciate over time. Nevertheless, values always depend on market demand, rarity, authenticity, and condition. Many beginners mistakenly believe every 1972 penny without a mint mark is rare. In reality, millions were produced in Philadelphia. Another common mistake is confusing machine doubling or damage with the valuable double die variety. Cleaning a coin, polishing it, or attempting to improve its appearance can permanently reduce collector value. Before selling or buying any potentially valuable coin, compare it with authenticated examples and seek professional opinions whenever possible. The 1972 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin with no mint mark is an outstanding example of how an ordinary-looking coin can become an exciting collectible. While most examples remain common, rare varieties such as the famous double die obverse, combined with exceptional preservation, can transform a 1-cent coin into a valuable collector's item worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Every old penny deserves a careful inspection, because hidden treasures sometimes appear in the most unexpected places. Thanks for watching.